Hi and welcome to another video by Are You Arty Kids. In this video I'm going to be looking at the work of Wayne Theibaud, his oil paintings like this, and basically the intention will be to do a full-scale Theibaud image of this at A4 size using oil pastels. However, just to start off, I'm going to look at producing a little experiment, so like a half version of the cake, just to get some practice in of the drawing and the colour mixing. So if you look at what I'm looking for to be successful in a piece like this, it's basically attention to shape and form, and the colour matching and the texture that he achieves with oil paint that we're going to go for with oil pastel. So let's make a start. So because we've got the full image here, this little exercise here would just, you could use this with any image really, just to give you a little bit of a step of confidence before moving on to a full piece. Because this is just a replicated image, so what I could do, you know, if I had the full image here as well, I could use any guidelines. So I'm just going to use the image from above and just rule. So I'm just working with a H, really light pencil, because I don't want these pencil lines to shine through. And anything that I can use as a reference point from the original, if you're working from a magazine image or from a book image or something, any guides or measurements you can use, you know, is really useful for proportions. So I'm just ruling anything I can think of off this, like where the cherry is. Let's just zoom in on that. There we go. Just move that up a bit. There we go, fantastic. So that'll be somewhere near about the centre of the cake and the front edge, like that. Okay, I'm going to use that one above that line there, so I'm going to roll that down from that one. So I've got some reference points. So obviously I've got my middle line already in, I can use that. And I've got my front edge there. So I'm just trying to familiarise myself with what I've actually drawn actually. So too many reference points. So that's there. I think that's the front edge there. So just going to sort of lightly sketch this in using the one. So I'm looking at the one above like that. Now that line that I've just drawn, just like on this one here, all these lines run parallel. So if you think about parallel lines like a train track, they do not meet, keep equidistant. So these are all linear parallel lines. So if I get that first angle right there, then I've sort of just got, I've got an indicator where this is, I think, on the same side. So I've got that there. So I'm just going to very lightly draft one in. I've got the stripe on that one. And was it equidistant? I've got the base of the cake there. So that's a bit out. So I've got these basic rules. Just going to look at this one. So the front edges are the same. So this is just that's that stripe, that stripe, that stripe. I've got that front edge there. Like that. And then I'm going to look at this curve. Now that follows in parallel with this as well, doesn't it? So that angle is the same sort of angle as that. So I'm going to look at where the back of that angle sort of goes to. So that curve there, it almost follows the back line, doesn't it? So if I use that back line there as a bit of an indicator of where that goes to, then I can sort of draw that around. So it's like a very like that. and then I just want to follow that same angle. Okay, and then what have I got? I've got this nice curve on the top of the cake, so I can try and replicate that natural curve like that. Cherry, so like that, and then I've got this shadow, haven't I? So it goes to about that blue stripe there. Now I haven't got an indicator. Oh, I can actually use that, can't I? So I'm going to use that to give me an indicator of where that blue icing is going to fall, and the shadow is not far short of that. It's not exactly straight, not exactly at the bottom actually, this is a bit higher up. So I've got the shadow, and then I've got this blue. Oh, that goes there as well. Follow that line. Okay. And then the horizon line behind it. So that's there. So that's the one behind the cake. Goes around like that. And then, oh, another little indicator I've got is I've got that shadow there. So I'm just going to rule that. And then there's a big chunk of no shadow, which probably starts about there, goes out to there and goes from that front edge. Yeah, it's just a bit higher than that front edge there. So, okay. So that is as much drawing as I'm going to do in that stage 1 of the video, and then we're going to look at colour matching. Well, in fact, let's rub out in this part of the video. Let's get rid of some of these guidelines now, which we don't need. So if you've done them very light, they will rub out nice and easy with quite a hard rubber. And obviously you can adjust these once you get your oil pastels on. Get rid of that front edge. Okay, just redraft some of these lines. Get rid of that one. Okay, I'm going to call that stage 1 of the video complete, and then stage 2 is we're going to get into these and get some colour mixing.